I'm Tom from Cross Productions, and this is Adam from Trident. Adam, who are Trident?
So Trident are a creative agency, so we work with businesses on results-focused marketing services around website design, SEO, graphic design and printing.
That's great. What are the biggest challenges that cause a company to reach out to work with you?
At the moment, a lot of clients are coming to us really around their website's not performing, it's not driving traffic, they're not getting leads, or they might just find that their website's not actually really where the business is at this particular moment in time, so they might need a complete revamp to talk about new services, and then we'll take it forward from there for them.
Now, in the most recent issue of Niche magazine, currently available, you talked about the 5 steps that companies can take to be strategic before they begin with you. Can you talk us through what they are?
Yeah, sure. So what we do really to start with the client and recommend anyone who's looking at a new website project would be just to measure where things are at the moment. So see what the traffic is, see how many conversions they're getting. So that would be number of leads, sales, inquiries that are coming through the site, but also then look into top performing landing pages, because if they're getting a lot of traffic to them, you want to make sure that you preserve that for the new site when you actually build that out as well.
Okay. So why is it important to track and measure website analytics, and what's the easiest way for us to do this?
So you could look at that. Google Analytics is a great place to start. Most websites should have it on. If you've not got it on there at the moment, then it's worth installing it and running it for a good month or so before you actually start to do anything, so you can capture some data. There's other tools that you can be using as well around Google Search Console and things like that, which will give you a bit more information as well.
If I was designing a website tomorrow, what design elements do I need to include in order to make sure that it's achieving what you're talking about?
The first thing you really need to think about is how people are going to be viewing your site. Most people are used to using their mobile now to browse sites, so even in a B2B environment, a lot of people are going to be looking at your site on a mobile. So that's probably the first point to think, is how people are going to be looking at it. Make sure that it's accessible, that people can read it with a visual impairment as well, so that the text's not too small and things like that. But then actually when you get to the design phases, thinking simplicity, making sure there's plenty of white open space, use images to sort of narrate along with the copy. And then really just thinking about the trends that people would be expecting, like app-like navigation and experiences. People are used to using those now. So using navigation and animation for people to get around is kind of how people expect things to be on their phone, on their computer, so that's a big thing as well.
Visually engaging, yeah. In terms of development, how can non-web designers build their own website, and what can they include to save time and money in business overall?
So a great place to start if you're building a website for yourself, first one off, there's places like Wix and Squarespace that you can actually use to go and build your own website. That'd get you up and running, and they've moved on a lot in recent years. If you're looking to do something a little bit more advanced, then you could build your own WordPress website. But obviously, the more professional you want it to look, then you need to sort of start speaking to the experts. But then there are other tools that you can be using as part of the development process that you can use to either save you time and money with your team. So that might be booking engineers out for a company who has to send people out onto site. You can use your website to power that, or just simple things like booking appointments via things like Calendly. So people can get their salespeople booked in for calls and things like that with the clients. So
we've launched a new website. It's all very exciting. We're very pleased with it. What more can we do in order to improve its performance and optimize it for its best output?
So once the site's live, people are going to expect to be able to use it, and the website's going to perform and deliver for the business. A great way to do that is to start thinking about search engine optimization. So sending more traffic to the website and improving the actual domain authority and trustworthiness of the website. And you can do that really with a lot of different ways. One of the things is building backlinks to the website. So that's getting extra links from other sites pointing to your domain, which will help improve the domain authority and the trust with search engines. The other aspects of it would be putting great content on the website, so videos, blogs, landing pages that are all going to help your site get found for the search terms that you're actually looking for. So that would be the follow-up really to start thinking about once the site's gone live.
Now, in terms of monitoring conversion, how can we monitor the progress of the website and make sure that once it's up and running, it's doing what we want it to do?
So once the site's live, you've obviously set some metrics for what you're expecting it to deliver. So it might be leads, it might be sales, through the actual website itself if it's an e-commerce site. A conversion really will be anything where you've designated a point where you'd expect something to happen with the client. So they've either completed a contact form, bought something through the site, or downloaded some information. Once the site's live, you want to start measuring how many of those you're getting each month, and then seeing how you can tweak it. So they might be getting very little in conversions through certain landing pages and things like that. So if you're not getting what you're expecting, it's worth digging into the analytics a bit, seeing if you're getting people on the site. If they're not engaging with the content, they're leaving quite quickly, it might be a case of actually you need to change what's written on the page in order for people to engage with what you're saying and then convert on the page.
Well, Adam, thank you very much for talking to us. If people want to find out more about Trident, where can they find you?
You can go to wearetrident.co.uk.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much. Join us again for the next one of these.